Saturday morning thoughts. It's 18 alone, the first of my name, because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos from your boy. Oh, yes, second video of the day. It's my last day of the work week, and it's time to get to it, man. Listen, whatever endeavor that you're doing, when you're on your last day, whether it's at work or your last day of training at some capacity, you got to make sure that you hit it harder than any other day, because it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Always remember that, all right? So let's get into it. So, as you know, if you've been following the channel, me and my son talk in this very living room the night before he has to go back to his mother's. So I'll write down a quote and we'll interpret it. He'll tell me what his thoughts are about it and what it means, and I'll tell him what it actually means. And the quote this week was, "Duty trumps happiness." Now, could be self-explanatory to some people, but others may not. And I think a lot of the reason why is because a lot of people are so concerned about their own happiness that they will prioritize their happiness over their actual duties and responsibilities. So I'm going to speak from a man's perspective because I am not a woman. I don't want to be a woman, and I thrive in my masculinity. See, men who are ambitious and they are purpose driven, we don't give a damn about being happy. We care about taking care of business and making sure that our responsibilities are handled. Being happy is not even in the forefront of our minds, it's in the back. We're not happy until the job is done, the mission are complete, the people that we love and we care about are taken care of. So it's funny because the men that do prioritize being happy over anything, they'll crash out. They're the first ones that'll crash out. They'll quit their job because they're not happy with their job. And then they'll start spiraling all over the place, or they're broke. Because being happy does not equate to generating income. It does not. You want to know what does? It's peace. Ambitious guys who are mission driven, we prioritize our peace over everything because we can focus. And this is a little game to you women out there. If you are with a guy who wears multiple hats, who is ambition, focus, driven, motivated, a provider, give that man his peace, because he will maximize all of his capabilities in order to provide. When you disturb the peace, that's when all hell will break loose and you might get kicked to the curb. 9 times out of 10, you probably will, because that's what we value more than anything. We have to have this thing clear as much as possible. We already have to fight the world outside. So if the one thing you could, listen, you might not be able to cook the best, you might not be able to clean the best, but if you provide that man peace, let me tell you something, that'll trump everything. You know, you can throw some shit in the air fryer, right? There's automatic vacuum cleaners now, robot vacs. I got one, right? And that's the thing that I really appreciate from my woman, is the fact that she gives me all of the peace that I need to continue to thrive. You cannot expect for a man to be in his masculine frame if you are not doing the necessary things that are needed for him to be that way, which means like it took me 39 years to figure out what type of woman works for me, okay? Because I'm a hyper masculine man. I can work with my hands. I can fix things around the house. I also am analytical because I work in finance right now. I'm studying SQL as we speak. So I consider myself a a jack of all trades. We're going to touch back on that. So I'm a masculine guy, right? And the problem that I ran into is I was dealing with a whole bunch of masculine ass women that were trying to compete with me, which is stupid. You don't compete with your man, you support him. Because when you try to compete with your man, you're going to lose because you don't have the capabilities of doing that. Why compete with the person that you sleep next to every night? That's the dumbest shit ever, right? So that's the things that I was running into. When I had my epiphany phase, when I met my, woman now, she's the polar opposite. She ain't trying to compete with me. She's just trying to thrive in her femininity. Why? Because she's a hyper feminine woman. And all of you guys who are looking for a partner, that's not it, bro. You need to find somebody that balances you out. Okay? If you are a purpose-driven man, then and you know that you're in your masculinity, you're doing all of the necessary things to be in that, then you need to be with a hyper feminine woman. You don't need to be with no boss babe. Because they don't make good potential wives anyway. They don't make good girlfriends, fiancés, mothers at all. Because they too busy trying to compete with your ass. So stay away from them. But another thing I wanted to talk about, right, is the fact that at what point did we get in society to where multitasking, maybe having to work multiple jobs is a bad thing? Because growing up, right, a lot of people told me that you need to focus on one thing and one thing only. And I've always thought that that was stupid. I believe in being a jack of all trades, being good at every endeavor that you put your energy and your resources to and your time to, right? So that mitigates a lot of things that go sideways in your life. Adaptability, moving fluid, being like water, like Bruce Lee used to say. And that's the thing that I do because I'm good at multiple things. And now I can add this content creation to that because I don't need to do any jump edits at all. I just need to get better with my communication. So not only do I have a background in textile screen printing, but I'm also an artist. I can make art. Me and my son draw every single week. I can put a pencil to some sketch paper and go off. All right. I am an excellent father. I will say that, and I am a good provider, and I am excellent at my job as well. So whoever tells you guys that you need to focus on one thing, don't listen to them. You need, whatever you're doing, whether it's at work, outside of work, be good at that. Because it can translate into currency. Let's just say you love getting on the game, right? Well, some people think it's a waste of time, but if you monetize it, is it really? And it's another source of income. Be good at everything that you do. You don't want to be mediocre at anything because you have no idea what type of doors could open up for you in the future. So whether it be sports, whether it be whatever hobby that you're doing, focus on being good at it because you just never know what it can turn into at all. That's why I think, and I'm pretty sure you guys could relate to some of you. You feel like you're born in the wrong era? Because I feel like I should have been born in the Renaissance era with Leonardo da Vinci. And if you don't know who Leonardo da Vinci is, not only was he a painter, a sculptor, but he was also a scientist and an engineer, right? And he was good at every single one of those things. Was he great at it? No, but he was good enough to create things to where now his name will live forever ever. And I don't even believe he had kids, man. So his legacy lives on. Why? Because he was the jack of all trades, master of none. So I implore you guys, especially in this era, man, where the times are pretty tough, think about what you are good at. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be multiple things, right? And utilize that and take advantage of that. Don't focus on just being good at one thing. Be good at everything that you put your time, your attention, and your resources towards, all right? That is my Saturday morning thoughts. You know what I gotta do? Still gotta eat, make my coffee, and feed this dog and get my ass to work because these bills are not gonna pay themselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Click that notification bell because I'm doing this on a consistent basis. As you see, I got over 500 videos, bro, and I think I'm on month number 3. Over 30,000 views. I don't think it's too bad. I think I'm up to 54 subs. So go ahead and sub to the channel. You're going to get some valuable information from somebody that's being 100% real and authentic. No gimmicks. All right. Catch y'all next time. Peace.